sports fans, to the only show that gets less playing time than Alex Rodriguez. I'm Matt Irons.
And I'm Sean.
And we're going back
and forth.
This past Saturday, the California Golden Bears headed up to Pullman, Washington to take on the Washington State Cougars. The Cal Bears played the role of Cougar Hunter, taking down the Cougars 31-17. Sean, what were your keys to the game?
You really got to praise Cal's rushing attack throughout the game. They ran the ball over 50 times, a really large number. But they got the yards to back that up. They ran for over 300 yards. C.J. Anderson had a great day with over 100 yards on the ground. Isai Sefeli, Brendan Bigelow did their part with about 60 yards apiece. But I tell you what, the key X factor to me was quarterback Zach Maynard. This is an area that the Bears have really neglected with Maynard. But with him, he's not going to be your traditional pocket passer, so it's really good to change that launch point for him, get him out of the pocket so he can make some plays with his legs. He ran for almost 80 yards and a score against the Cougars.
Absolutely, Sean. I think if Zach Maynard can keep defenses kind of tighter together, keep a linebacker or two in the box, and force guys to respect the running game, then it's going to really open up a passing game that has really been one-dimensional for the Bears so far. Zach Maynard was looking at Keenan Allen all night on Saturday, and I think against better defenses, you're going to see more double and triple coverages, and Maynard's going to need to find some different targets.
Totally agree with you. Not everyone can be the next Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall. But I'll tell you what, I was really impressed by Cal's offensive efficiency. They were 6 of 12 on third down, and they scored 2 touchdowns in the red zones and only 3 trips, something that's been really lacking. Those third down conversions, what they do is they give the Cal defense that necessary rest that they need.
Absolutely, Sean.
This weekend marks the 115th annual big game here in Berkeley. The number 20th ranked Stanford Cardinal come in off a disheartening loss to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Matt, what are your thoughts heading into this weekend?
Well, Sean, if you had asked me about a couple months ago, I would have told you that it's going to be a bleak weekend for Cal fans. However, I think things have changed. Cal's coming off of 2, not game-changing, but definitely very necessary wins, whereas Stanford struggled and hasn't had a convincing victory since they beat USC about 4 weeks ago.
Completely agree with you, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but for me, it starts with the Cal rushing attack. In their first 4 losses to FBS opponents, Cal has only ran for 140 yards per game. Their last 2 games against UCLA and Washington State, they ran for 250.
Honestly, Sean, I think that's going to be on both sides of the ball too, because Stanford, while they do have a decent rushing attack, haven't had a convincing Andrew Luck sort of quarterback in Josh Nunes. He's only completing about 50% of his passes, and if the Cal defense can be opportunistic and take away some errant throws, then they might be able to put the offense back on the field and get themselves back into this game.
Cal's defense is definitely going to have to shut down the Stanford running back, Stephon Taylor, similar to how the Notre Dame officials did this past weekend.
Well, sports fans, thanks for tuning in to the only show that's closer to getting the axe than the California Golden Bears.
We'll see.
I'm Matt Irons.
And I'm Sean Wagner. Be sure to tune in next week to get your download of What's Up in Cal Sports.